I don't know how to open the show.
The show is starting now.
Welcome to the Awkward Couple Show with our awkward opening. I think today we're going to be talking about long distance relationships, and in particular, I think Emily has a list of tips for you or things to expect in a long distance relationship. And actually, spoiler warning, me and Emily are in a long distance relationship. It's not that long, but it is, like, we don't get to see each other throughout the weeks. We only get to see each other on the weekends.
We're like an hour and a half away from each other.
Which isn't actually that long, and, like,
no,
to some people.
But because of, like, work, and when we first started dating, you were in school. So, between, like, work and school for both of us, there was a time when we only saw each other, like, once a week.
Yeah.
And it really...
I mean, we still only see each other once a week, too, but it's, like, for 2 days.
Yeah, so... it is still long distance, because you can't just, like, run over to see each other just for a little bit, or, like, have coffee or something before work, you know. Yeah,
so we're going to go over, like, these, and if you do, like, find someone online, the likelihood of you dating long distance is a lot more likely. Right. And we're just going to go through this list that Emily has and see it, like, say if we've experienced some of the things that's on the list, things we haven't experienced what's on the list. I'm sure there's going to be some of them because, like I said, we're not that long distance. I mean, we do get to see each other every week at least. So, that's good. Okay.
So, this is from the website I have it from. It says Society 19. I think it's a blog. It's not very specific. But anyway, these are 10 things to expect in a long distance relationship. The first one is you will get extremely jealous at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not worried about you in particular. Yeah. It's just, like, being away from you, not, like, talking to you. And sometimes we go, like, a whole day without talking to each other at all.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what is she doing? I'm not really worried about you in particular.
Oh, it's just... yeah. I think you get jealous of, like, even just, like, of their family and friends.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know...
Oh, what are you doing? Why haven't you talked to me today? Well, I've been hanging out with my friends.
I've been busy. And you're like, oh, well... Oh, okay.
You could have texted me at least.
Yeah, you're one to be talking. If I'm with my family, I'll text you all the time, but you won't.
I just don't look at my phone that often.
I know. And then you'll be like, I think about you all the time. And I'm like, well, if you were thinking about me, why didn't you text me back?
All right, moving on. Next thing. This show's going to get me in trouble.
Yeah. Number 2, you will both change.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a little.
I feel like we're pretty much the same people.
Yeah.
I mean, we've opened up to each other more.
Yeah. I feel like this one isn't just particularly for...
That's like everyone dating.
Because
everyone changes. Like, especially if it's long term, like, over a few years, I mean, you're not going to be the same person you are 2 years ago.
I will say that I watch way more sports, and I know more about sports.
But that's changing because of me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because of this relationship, I've changed a little bit. Like, I have more interest in that. And I have more interest in, like, Pokemon and stuff like that. Because before, I would never, like, care. Nerd. Okay. But yeah, that one could be just kind of generic for any relationship. Number 3, you won't be each other's first priorities.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
But I mean, like I said, we're not actually that long distance. If someone was like a few states away, maybe like they'd focus on themselves a little bit more.
That one's a big gray area. I mean, because I feel like you can still, maybe like not their first priority, but you definitely still be a top priority even if you were far away. Like, if it was a really serious relationship.
Yeah.
But I can understand where they're coming from, you know, if you are, like, if you're really far away, and then you have, like, work and school and other people to worry about.
Like I said, I think that one's something, like, more of, like, you're, like, states away. Like, you're not always thinking about the same, like... Because, like, we're not that far away, so we can, like, that's something that maybe we don't have, like, a good perspective on.
Yeah. Number 4. I'm just gonna kind of beat around the bush, because I hate saying this word. You will be, excited for the other person most of the time. Most of the time.
You'll be horny most of the time.
I hate that word. It's so terrible.
Yeah, I mean, nah. Yeah, but that's again, we're not that far away.
Right. But, I mean, yeah.
Because imagine if I was a few states away.
Oh, that would... I don't know if I could do that, though. I have to give props
to imagine if I was a few states away, and then you saw me once, and you're like...
Woo! No. Let's just skip over that one. Number 5. Skype will be your best friend.
See, we don't use Skype. But again, I don't think we're far enough to be at that level.
But I feel like if we were...
If we didn't see each other for like a few months, we'd probably use Skype.
Oh, we'd have to, yeah.
I think we've only tried to like FaceTime like one time.
Some people don't actually like video chatting. And sometimes it can be kind of like... Even that is really hard to do. Because I have some family that lives like really far away from us, and my mom tries to Skype with them a lot, and sometimes you just like the planning and getting everybody in the same room. I mean, that is like really strategic.
Yeah, I mean, but it's only us too, so it's not like
true. I will say
getting whole groups together.
Instead of Skype though, I will say just like your phone, like Snapchat and texting and
we Snapchat each other quite a bit.
Yeah, just like that stuff, like being able to have that really close.
But I think if we were like even a state away, we'd use Skype. We try to use Skype a lot more.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of hard because you don't even have a computer to use Skype.
Yeah, I know. I have a terrible phone. Okay, number 6. You'll make even more friends. Disagree. I would say that I am less close with my friends now.
But I think that's because we're busy.
Yeah.
The whole reason why we can't see each other all the time is because we're busy. And again, I don't think this one applies to us. So I'm starting to think that maybe we just aren't considered a long distance relationship.
Yeah, I'm
because
that too.
Because like thinking about that is like you don't get to see your boyfriend or girlfriend if they're like actually like a few states away or a few country away. Like, you don't get to see them ever, so you have to find some time, like, someone to hang out with in your free time, so.
But also, when I was reading this article, it seemed like it was geared more towards, like, college kids. Like, a lot of the examples were like, oh, well, your boyfriend and girlfriend is probably in class or in, like, a sorority or whatever. And so, my thinking when I was going through it was, like, adults or people not in college, because I feel like long distance relationships in college is not a good idea, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you... Anyway, that's a whole nother can of worms. But the friends thing, I think for some people is probably true, and then for some people probably not. You know?
It depends on how busy you are.
Yeah,
I think we're both like really, really busy throughout the week, so we don't have friends at all. We're our only friends.
Yeah.
But I think if if you didn't see me on the weekends.
Oh, yeah.
You would have more friends, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Or...
You just hang out with your friends more often.
I would hang out with my friends more often. I don't think I would have more friends because, you know. That's just who I am. Okay. Number 7 says, you'll constantly be finding ways to keep the spark alive. Which, I can kind of agree with, because I think sometimes you
get bored sometimes.
Yeah. Like with us, the weekend is already full before we see, like, you know?
Yeah, we plan each other's weekends out,
we plan it, like...
hour to hour.
Yeah, and then it gets so full, and then we just fall into this routine.
And if I'm over at Emily's, it's just like running around with her parents, and they have their whole little... It's crazy. It's just running around with a bunch of people all the time.
My mother's going to hear this.
Good.
Number 8. You should just bypass that. You'll have more free time, which is true.
But see, like, again, all my free time, I still get to spend it with you because my weekends is my only free time. I don't really have any free time on the weekdays. Like, not that much.
Yeah.
But again,
I think this means, like...
If you're further away and I didn't spend time with you on the weekends, I would have more free time, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we're considered long distance.
I was thinking my free time, like, during the day, too, like, before, after work.
Yeah, because you never see each other in the week.
I mean, you'll have... Okay, this says you'll have to fight off invasive questions about your relationship. This also can be with any relationship, but some of these, like, the examples were, you do know that long-distance relationships never work, right? And then, aren't you afraid they're going to cheat on you? What do you do when you're, quote-unquote, excited? Stuff like that. Which I will say, when we first started dating, I did have someone say, oh, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't trust them. How do you know they won't be cheating on you? They said that to me, and I was like...
See, no one said that like that to me.
I only had that one person say that, and I thought, well, first off, I don't know him well enough to, like, accuse him of that. And second of all, you probably got trust issues. So, I don't know. Like, it was just... I did have that question that one time. I mean, there have been times where I've had trouble with the distance just because it's hard, especially when you're in places in your life where you don't know where you're necessarily going, where the relationship is going, and you almost get this just kind of like floating feeling like, are we going down the path we both want to? And, it just kind of... I mean, that could also just be my personal anxiety, but...
Yeah, I mean, I never had people question, but again, I don't really hang around that many people like that. Yeah. I think it's like just being secure in yourself and, not being crazy. And then...
Shut up. And the last one is, you'll grow closer than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I do get to see you, it's really, really good.
Yeah, you make it count when you get together. And, I mean, you do spend so much time talking together on the phone and, like, texting. I mean, you really have to make those conversations count and, like,
you take a lot of things for granted. And, like, you never want to make the other person upset. Because, I mean, if you make them upset on the weekend that they're there, or whenever you do see them, then... you don't know what the next chances you're going to get to.
I think also, too, like, in a long-distance relationship, I feel like it's already going to be serious just because you're putting in that time and effort to make it work with that person. Mm-hmm. Because they're not just, like, right down the street or in your town, or 10 minutes away. So you're not just, like... It's a little more than just a casual thing. It's not like, oh yeah, we date, we go out on dates sometimes. It's like we are really committed to each other. Like, so I think that trust right there automatically connects you closer.
Yeah, I think like I said, you kind of make more of the time you have, and you don't want to make the other person upset and go like a full week for us,
right,
without seeing them again. And it's just really good when you do get the chance to talk to them, get the chance to see them, and you appreciate them more, and all that good stuff.
Amen.
Well, thank you for listening. If you were listening, if not, then I mean, that's good too. If you have any cool long distance stories or advice or commentary, share them with us. Concerns, share them below. Or sideways. And maybe we'll have a link to the article that we were reading off of. Yes. You found it on Pinterest? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Pinterest. Bye. Bye.